This 6'6" build that nobody is making gets crazy ankle breakers, can green fadeaway threes, bullies little guards in the paint like a tall guard build should. On top of that, it hits limitless range threes and plays lockdown defense. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you get LaMelo Ball pass style as well as bronze bailout. But I don't have any clips of that because y'all know we don't pass. It's my career. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm delivering y'all another 6'6" Demigod point guard build. The 6'6" we made on day one of the game coming out is still very good. My boy Devin uses it to this day. But this build is a little bit of a change of pace for those of you who maybe are not rocking with the dunk meter this year, and that's okay. But anyways, I know what y'all are thinking. Another build is expensive. I get it. I posted a VC method for y'all on my channel to get 50,000 free VC if you already have the Pro Pass. But yeah, here y'all go.
Alright, y'all, without wasting any more time, let me show you guys the build. Obviously, this part right here doesn't matter, but a little tidbit for you guys: if you do want the jersey number 3, go to the Portland Trailblazers. They do not have a number 3 on their team, so that is yours for the taking. Now, obviously, for the point guard, or position, we're going point guard, height 6'6", weight 197, and then our wingspan 6'9". The main reason for that is the strength, which I will touch on in a second. It is definitely game-changing on this build. So, in comparison to the first 6 of the build I posted on day 1, which is still a very viable, very good build. My boy Devin uses that as his main build to this day. I used it for a little bit, and I still love the build. I love it to death, but just being that I play with Devin, or, you know, maybe you just want to change a pace, something a little bit different. Maybe the contact dunk meter is not for you this year. This build is perfect. So, obviously, as y'all can see, the main difference here, this build's driving dunk slower. We're not doing the meter dunks on this one. We're not getting crazy contact dunks or anything, but a 75 driving dunk paired with a 58 vertical is going to get you the DeMar DeRozan dunk style, which is, I don't want you to come away with this, take the idea from this video that the dunk style is overpowered or anything, but for 75 driving dunk, 58 vertical, it's a very good deal. It's going to give you a lot of clean animations. You're not going to get blocked a lot. It's very quick, smooth dunk style. Looks pretty cool too. So yeah, obviously then you get a driving layup of 80. The reason we went higher on the 80 driving layup is because we want silver fearless finisher as well as silver slithery finisher. 2 very good badges if you want to hit layups over smaller defenders or in traffic. Perfect, and I'm going to touch on why those things are really good here in a second. Next up, obviously we got an 86 3-pointer just like on the first build. If you want to sacrifice some places, you know, like the pass accuracy, the free throw, whatever, 87 or 88 can unlock some little bit better jump shots on this build. So if you're someone that's struggling to shoot, maybe need that extra timing stability, think about that, consider that, because I always say, I always encourage you guys to look at a YouTuber's build and, you know, be open-minded when it comes to tweaking the build to fit your play style. Just, you know, like I'm doing right now, listen to how I break this down so you guys know why I did what I did with the attributes, so you can choose whether you want to keep the build the way I did it or, you know, make the decision to tweak it to better fit your play style. So at least listen to what I'm telling y'all here. Just give me like 2 more minutes so you can understand why I did what I did. Now, 93 free throw, I know you're thinking, oh, that's high, that's super high. It's just one of those things when I built the build the way I did with, you know, as y'all can see, the 87 pass accuracy we'll touch on here in a second. It wound up at the best, you know, last little bit of my attributes. I could either go 93 free throw and leave the build how it is, or I could bring it down to a 71 and still get bronze free points, which I think is a very good badge if you are a 5v5 player and don't want to have your free throw crazy high or anything like that. And then I could go down to the vertical, bring it up to a 72. I mean, I can show you guys really quick. If I just leave this at, and it's a little bit higher than 71. I think we can leave it at 75 to get 2 points here. Yeah. So that'll allow us to get gold aerial wizard. I didn't feel like it was worth it. I didn't feel like because if you guys have a build like this, a 93 free throw or a 90 plus free throw in general, you're pretty much automatic from the free throw line as long as you slightly it. So, you know, that's a decision for you guys to make. Me personally, I went with this. Also, as y'all can see, I think because of the free throw here, at the end of the build video, we are going to get it's going to be a Jordan Poole replica build. One of our comparisons is going to be Jordan Poole, so I thought that was really cool. Obviously, he's like my 3rd favorite player ever. My 2nd favorite player that still plays. So, now, for the elephant in the room is the 87 pass accuracy. Obviously, we want bronze bailout. I feel like it's the best bronze badge in the game, just to put it simply. You throw bailout passes infinitely better than you do on any other pass accuracy lower than an 87. With an 80, you can still, you know, hit someone in the hands, but they're gonna bobble it, and it's going to be messy. You're still gonna throw some out of bounds and whatnot. So I would just, if you want to throw bailout passes for someone that needs it, go an 87. I want to try it out because I think it can open up a lot of cool things in your playstyle. But if you don't care about bailout, come down to an 85. You still get the LaMelo Ball pass style, which I feel like it's no secret at this point. It's the best pass style in the game. So, you know, that's, if you do bring this down, the first thing you should do is bring the ball handle up to a 93. That's going to allow you to get gold killer combos, Hall of Fame ankle breaker. But as you all saw from the clips, even like I'm running it right now, you still get plenty of ankle breakers. You can still chain together dribble moves. The only main difference is ankle breakers occur, you know, slightly less often. You still get very good ones. And you get a little bit less stun animations when it comes to killer combos. You still chain together dribble moves just the same as gold or, you know, Hall of Fame ankle breaker. So keep that in mind. If you do tweak it, that's where your first attribute point should go. That's pretty much, if you go down 2 points and then take that on, all you can do is upgrade your post control, as you can see. But I felt like trying out bailout because I already have a build that has the Hall of Fame ankle breaker and gold killer combos. I felt like trying out the bronze bailout was worth it. But you guys, I know what you guys are thinking. You don't pass. It's not anybody else's career. It's your career. You're right. It is my career. So the reason I want 87 pass accuracy is because in this 5v5 game modes, rec, pro, I'm starting 5. What it's going to do is going to line you up the point guard spot, because the deciding factor is obviously for what position you're going to be is obviously your position that you list. But then if there's 2 point guards on the team, your pass accuracy is what's going to be the next deciding factor. The dude who has the higher pass accuracy is going to line up the point guard spot. So by lining up the point guard spot on a 6'6", 197-pound build that has 74 strength, what we're going to get is matched up with these little 6'2" guards, 6'4" guards that don't have their strength upgraded. Now that doesn't mean those, you know, little guards are bad builds, but they're not going to be able to hold me. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want anything to get patched, because I don't think it should get patched. But the Euros, the cradle step layups, you get some pretty mean animations when you are up against a little guard and you have your strength up at a 74, at least a 60. But a 74 I feel like is really good, even for, you know, blowing by them on the perimeter. You're not getting bothered by the lockdowns. The 74 strength, I mean, I'll show you guys right now. You get the bronze Bulldozer. Now bronze is not going to be effective against a lockdown, right? Like you're rarely going to get those animations. However, against a guard, you move them out of the way. Let me tell you, you move them out of the way regardless of what game mode you're playing. So I mean, if you ever get a little guard switch on you, this build is the perfect ISO build, to the point where, like, oh, little guard, I mean, inside or outside, you're not going to contest. I'm a 6'6". But I mean, if I want to rim run you, tell my teammates to clear out, and it's free 2 points. So that was my thought process. Now I'll show you some things you can do if you want to take this pass accuracy down. But let's keep moving. So obviously 83 speed with ball, we should all know by now, especially with this, you know, how my weight and wingspan is set up. 83 speed with ball is all you should ever go up to on a 6'6". I mean, if you go minimum weight, I think you can get an 88, but I could be wrong. And that would get you the Kobe Bryant dribble style, which is the best dribble style in the game, by the way. Like I said, we can't get it on this though, so 83 speed with ball is all we need. It's going to allow us to keep gold blow by and gold speed booster. So keeping that at 83. Perimeter defense 75. This one should be a no-brainer. Outside of bronze 94 feet, we get all the bronze defensive badges. These are all super easy. We know by now, it's no secret. Your perimeter defense 75 is about as high as you need to go, unless you're trying to be a pure lock. Then you can go a little OD with it. You can get really, really nasty. Go up into the high 80s, low 90s. But now steal, I know it's a little bit lower than some of you guys would like, but the reason I personally went on it is because I'm not really someone that, you know, I'll go for blitzes and stuff and whatnot, you know, ball hand steals, but I'm not just trying to get, you know, regular RNG or RNG steals like that. So I don't really care to have the glove that high. Having a steal at 81 and then glove on bronze is plenty to get the blitzes, the ball hand. You know, if you guys know what a blitz is, it's basically like a bump steal, or, you know, if you get really close to their ball hand and you can't quite bump steal, you can press X or use the R stick. You'll rip it almost every time. If you want to go higher, like I said, we'll dip into the pass accuracy and I can show you guys some things here. But 81 for me is enough because I still get that silver interceptor. I'm more of a lane steals guy and a blitz guy, like I said, which 81 steals enough for the physicals. 80 speed is enough. If you want to dip in somewhere else, you can get 82 speed for gold hyperdrive. In my opinion, it's not worth it or noticeable at all whatsoever. 87 acceleration is obvious. Now, I know the cat's out of the bag and this is honestly kind of makes me sick as far as what Mike Wang said for how acceleration works. We were honestly a little bit deceived, which is kind of disgusting considering we all spent money on our builds, or 99% of us did. And I honestly feel sick as a content creator because I put hours into the builder to try to make a good build for you guys. And, you know, they kind of lied to us about what acceleration did. However, I still feel like for the badges you get, you know, gold speed booster, I still feel like the 87 XL is worth it in my opinion. If you want to take it down, the cat it's free game. However, I'm not going to endorse that because I still feel like you know, exploding out of the triple threat is still very good this year, as long as your acceleration is high, because that they did confirm that it's still applicable to that. And gold speed booster is worth it in my opinion. So if you want to, you know, take the acceleration down to a 77, I believe is what they were saying is. I don't know why people were saying 77 acceleration actually, but I personally wouldn't endorse that. I wouldn't do that. And being that everybody made their builds, you never know, they could change that. I would not endorse it. Okay. 74 strength, we already touched on this. Bronze immovable enforcer. The streets are saying it's a better badge than bronze clamps, which from what I felt, I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not gonna argue with that at all, because that could definitely be the case. It's obviously still going to give us fearless finisher. Like I already touched on the bulldozer and the physical handles. You're not going to be getting bumped off your spots with gold physical handles when it comes to being defended by a lock. You know how locks be pushing you out of balance sometimes this year. You know, sometimes you're getting bodied up and you just got to walk it back, and then you're blinking stamina and whatnot. Like this prevents that. So gold physical handles. If you're on a 6'6" and you can afford the strength, I would recommend it. If the strength isn't worth it to you, bring it down to a 60. You still get the silver fearless finisher. That's one other area you could sacrifice. The reason I went 70 on the vertical is for bronze posterizer. Now, obviously, we're not getting contact dunks. That's no secret. The reason I went bronze posterizer is because if you guys played the game at all, you know that, you know, just like in previous years, even if you're not in a contact dunk animation, even if you're not doing a meter dunk, if someone's under the rim or you're dunking in traffic, sometimes you do miss just those extra square dunks if it's really congested. If the lane is really congested, someone's, you know, playing good defense, and you still get the dunk animation. Sometimes you'll miss the dunk. Bronze posterizers are going to help so you don't miss those. So now, without wasting any more time, I'll show you guys what you can do. If you took this down at all, just 2 points, or you take it all the way down to 80 or 77, whatever it may be, the first move you should make, in my opinion, knock this up to a 93. Now, that's going to pretty much complete your build. Now, if you still want to knock this down to an 80, the next thing I would probably do is I'd probably up your steal. I didn't mean to go that high. Anyways, so next thing you could do, if you want to open up some more avenues, is I would bring this down, and I would get this to get gold space creator. It's also going to allow you to get a little bit better jump shot combinations, like blendings for your upper releases. Sometimes when you blend them like really good, it ups like the total jump shot requirement you have to have. So an 87 will help you with that a little bit. That's what I would do. If you want to continue to take this down to a 71, I would recommend, if you're going to play any 5v5 game modes at all, bronze 3 points, in my opinion, is worth it. It doesn't just have, like, it says hitting free throws in close situations. It's literally, if your game is within like 10 points, 15 points, or something like that in the second half, it kicks in. So that's something to keep in mind. Another place you could upgrade is the 72 right here for the vertical if you want gold aerial wizard. Is that totally worth it? It might be more fun. You might get better alley-oop animations. What I've really noticed is, what I really use it for is the putback dunks. I haven't noticed any difference between gold or silver as far as putbacks or alley-oop animations. So you could try it, but you know, like I said, it's up to you. Now, you could bring this down a little bit farther to a 77. That's still going to allow you to not lose any badges. However, as we all know, 80 is going to unlock you a lot of different pass styles. Like, I can't even remember. I think Curry's one of them, but something to keep in mind. However, if you don't care about the pass style, you know, you could go one higher on your three-pointer. If you want to bring this down, you can bring it down a little bit. It's going to open up a little bit more opportunity for you here to go 88 and... Gosh, you can take up a couple other things. That way we get our speed up to an 8. That's what it was. We get our speed up to an 82 for that gold hyperdrive. But like I said, it's just not worth it. So honestly, what I would do is leave this down, bring this up. Whoops. There we go. And then leave it at that. If you just want the 80 pass accuracy, that's what I would do. You're still gonna get a good pass style. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me fix the build really quick so you guys can remember what I'm doing exactly here. Down to an 81. Like I said, the steal, I totally understand if you want to go. Like I said, always be open to changing your favorite YouTubers' builds. We all play a little bit different. Nobody plays exactly the same. So, like I said, keep that in mind. Play the way that you feel like your best plan. Because at the end of the day, it's your build. So I mean, you have to be comfortable with your own build. But yeah, 93 free throw, and I'll show you guys. You do get the Jordan Poole here. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap things up. I'm sorry that I rambled on. Hopefully I was able to give you a whole wide variety of different things you can do with your build, and then show you guys what I'm using, why I think the build is awesome. I've been playing on it. Obviously, you guys saw the clips. I'm having a ton of fun. I'm shooting well. I have a good jump shot that I like, but I don't want to give it to you guys quite yet because I'm still mastering it, and I feel like there's another one that I'm playing with as well. I don't want to lead you guys astray. I'm not just trying to pump things out into a video and, you know, make a quick buck off it or anything like that. I love you guys. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one.